So, good morning and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. First things first, before I get into this video, to the 30-odd thousand people that see me absolutely trolleyed yesterday's video, I was so drunk, I so apologise, not professional, not good enough. I've told myself off, that will never happen again. That was embarrassing, but it was, I won't even go into it, but yeah, it's embarrassing. So yeah, apologies from me for that. Thank you to everyone who has watched it. Some of the comments are hilarious. But yeah, thank you for that. And like I said, it will not happen again. Before I go on to the three players that we're linked with, you can go back and check out my preview for the game. I dropped that late last night. I also done the press conference reaction, and tonight at 7:30, I will be doing a live stream watch along with Kenny Ken on a.f.c. There will probably be no live stream from me this afternoon as I'll be driving down to London for that. So yeah, just giving you the heads up. But the first player we are linked with today is Marjan Gotze. It seems like we have been linked with this guy for years. Like literally every time a transfer window comes up in the summer, Marjan Gotze's name appears. So I've done a bit of digging, and the first time we were linked to him was 2011. So what's that, 8 years ago? He was a teenager back then, 18 years old back then, and Arsene Wenger wanted him at Arsenal. That never happened, but he ended up going to Bayern Munich for 3 years and then deciding to go back to Borussia Dortmund, the ultimate Judas. He left Dortmund to go to Bayern Munich. He then leaves Bayern Munich to go back to Dortmund. How has that guy not been driven out of Germany yet? Seriously, that wouldn't happen in England. There'd be riots. But he is linked with us, 26 years old. He seems to have been around forever. The fee that's being bandied around is around the 30 million euros. I think that's worth a punt. I actually genuinely think that's worth a punt. He's played 34 games this season, 7 goals, 7 assists, and he looks to be settled again. Let's all not forget here as well, this was the guy that in 2014 won Germany the World Cup. He was the guy that scored the winning goal in that cup final. So, you know, he's a big game player. He's a good player. He seems to have just faded and just slipped away, but this season he's made a bit of a comeback. I think he's definitely worth a punt. We need to replace Aaron Ramsey. He could be the guy to do that. He could be the guy to step up and start scoring the goals. It remains to be seen whether they let him go, but there's news outlets in Germany, Bild being one of them, that are claiming that he is able to leave Borussia Dortmund this summer, and we are heavily linked. So we shall see what happens with that. Let me know whether you guys would take Marjan Gotze at Arsenal. Before he went to Bayern Munich, I rated him a lot. I thought he was a great player. And then that seems to have just messed him up, that move. I know he obviously won a lot of trophies with them, but he seems to have gone back to Dortmund and never really recovered from that. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. The second player we're going to speak about is a guy called Eljif Elmas, and he is a 19-year-old Macedonian full international who currently plays at Fenerbahce. He's a central midfielder. This season, he has got 29 appearances in the league to his name, and he has scored 4 goals. He also scored against Galatasaray, so that's a big, big deal for them out there. He's been at the club since he was 7, and remarkably, they paid 162 grand when he was 7 to sign this kid up. Now, the reports that are going around are saying that, you know, this kid's going to go for maybe 20 million quid, 20 million euros, and obviously financial fair play kicks in. With Fenerbahce, they need to sell to comply next season, apparently. They need to make some money because they're in a shortfall right now. Now, he's under contract until 2022. Like I said, I'd never heard of this kid. He's dubbed a wonder kid, a whiz kid, whatever you want to call him. Is it one that could walk straight into the Arsenal team? Not for me. Is it a player we should look at? 100%. We could get ourselves a nice little bargain there. You know, we see that when we signed Guendouzi last summer, we got him for 8 million quid. If we can get this kid for anywhere between 12 and 15 million quid, I think that would be a great bit of business, because as soon as you sign him up, you've then protected your asset. And if he goes on to do great things, the price goes through the roof. If he doesn't, you haven't wasted a massive amount of money. It'd be on low wages compared to others in the team. It'd probably be on around the 25 to 40k bracket a week, which is relatively low in today's market. Anywhere 10, 15 million quid, I'd be open to take the kid. The reports are saying about 20 million euros. That was from Turkish football. But I'm not sure he'd go for that, and they desperately need the money as well. So I think we could get a bargain now. I think that that's something we should definitely be looking at. Like I said, he's a Macedonian international who's made 5 full appearances for the full national team. So they rate him highly in Macedonia. They rate him highly in Turkey, hence why he's played the whole campaign. And to score 4 goals as well, that's not bad for a 19-year-old who's playing his trade in his first full season in the league. So good luck to him. Inter Milan are heavily linked to him as well. But for me, that's something we should be going out and looking at. We've got to try and strap up some of these good kids and get them on the books, whether to make profit later down the road or whether to have them in the first team doing bits for the Arsenal. So I'd definitely go and explore that one. Let me know what you guys think. Last but by no means least is Gomes, the Barcelona player that was on loan at Everton this season. Catalan radio are claiming that Arsenal are the front runners for his signature this summer. 25 years old, 6'2". Didn't realise he was that tall when we played Everton. Didn't really look like he had much presence around him on the pitch. I don't think he's been great this season for Everton. Flattered to deceive, but I do think he is a very good player. Maybe it was the first season in the league. He got off to a very slow start. Didn't play at the very beginning of the season, and then worked his way into the team and was a mainstay in their team. He was in the team when we lost to them. He was in the team when Chelsea lost to them. So, you know, he's had some good performances this season. He's under contract till 2021. West Ham are linked to him as well. So as it stands right now, it's apparently a straight battle between Arsenal and West Ham. Would he get into Arsenal's first 11? That is a brilliant question. Let me know. Leave it down there. Personally, I think he'd be better than Granit Xhaka. I don't think he's that... He doesn't score enough goals to fill the Aaron Ramsey position, so you'd have to make him next to Torreira. I think if we put him next to Torreira, I think that's an instant improvement, because I do think he's got more about his game than Granit Xhaka has. Granit Xhaka gets pressed too easily and then just folds. Only one-footed, so left-footed, whereas Gomes is too comfortable on either. But we shall see. I mean, he only scored 1 goal this season. Xhaka scored more. He's got 2 assists this season. So, I don't know. This is going to rumble on all summer because Barcelona want shot of him. Premier League teams will look at him. I'm surprised Everton haven't even gone in and said, we'll have him. Maybe that sums up why he's even for sale. I don't know. But I think we could do a lot worse than him. Like I said, that's relatively cheap as well. 30 million euros for a 25-year-old that has had a year under his belt in the league. He's got used to the intensity and the pace of the league. I think we should maybe go and look at that, see if there's other options out there. But I think we should go after Gomes. Let me know what you guys think. And like I said, I will probably not be doing a live stream later on today, as I was driving down to London for the watch along that I'm doing on a.f.c. Like I said, also go back and check out my preview for the game. I dropped that last night. Go back and check out my press conference reaction, and also my review will be out after the game. As soon as I've done my watch along, I'll put my review out. My player ratings will be out tomorrow. I may be a little bit hungover. Also, my transfer video, I'll make sure I'm not drunk on that one. Apologies again. But yeah, hopefully in the Europa League final today, Arsenal can turn up, do the job, and put a massive smile on my chops. Come on, Arsenal. Let's get this done. I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.